Hello, I'm Ngọc Duy, and these are the top headlines you need to know today, straight from Hanoi to wherever you are.
Grand banquet held in honor of top Chinese leader. Top leaders of Vietnam, China hold talks in Hanoi. Vietnam-China Youth Friendship Meeting kicks off in Hanoi. Party chief requires no disruptions to operations throughout restructuring process. Gia Lai elevates Vietnamese coffee on global map.
General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam To Lam and State President Luong Cuong hosted a grand banquet in Hanoi on April 14th evening in honor of General Secretary of the Communist Party of China and President of China, Xi Jinping, who is leading a high-ranking delegation on a state visit to Vietnam from April 14th to 15th. In his address, Lam highlighted the significance of Xi's visit, which coincides with the 75th founding anniversary of bilateral diplomatic relations and the year of Vietnam-China humanistic exchange. Reflecting on history, Lam recalled the solidarity between the two parties, states, and people during their revolutionary struggles, marked by sincere and effective mutual support. Building on the legacy of President Ho Chi Minh and Chairman Mao Zedong, successive generations of leaders have nurtured this relationship. Today, he said their successors have ushered in a new era of development of a comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership and the Vietnam-China community with a shared future that carries strategic significance. In a warm and friendly atmosphere, Lam wished the state visit to Vietnam by the Chinese party and state leader a success. He also wished for the continued prosperity of both China and Vietnam and for ever-growing happiness of their people. In his response, Xi expressed his gratitude for the warm and thoughtful welcome extended by the party, government, and people of Vietnam. He praised Vietnam's development achievements, noting its stable political and social environment, rapid economic growth, improving living standards, and active and dynamic diplomacy. He affirmed that Vietnam is increasingly asserting its important role on the international arena. She expressed his confidence that the Vietnamese people will successfully achieve the goals set forth by the 13th National Party Congress and steadily enter into a new era, the era of Vietnam's rise. He emphasized that the Vietnam-China relationship features traditional and fraternal relations, and this friendship bond continues to grow stronger.
General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam Central Committee, To Lam, held talks with General Secretary of the Communist Party of China Central Committee and President of China, Xi Jinping, in Hanoi on April 14th afternoon. At the talks, which took place right after the official welcome ceremony for the Chinese leader, Lam welcomed Xi's state visit, noting its significance during the year of Vietnam-China humanistic exchange and the 75th anniversary of diplomatic relations. In response, Xi expressed his joy at returning to Vietnam, both a comrade and a brother, just over a year since his last visit. He noted that, choosing Vietnam as the first destination for his overseas visits this year, reflects the high value the Chinese party and state place on bilateral relations, as well as the deep bond shared by the two countries. In a warm, friendly, sincere, and frank atmosphere, the two leaders had in-depth exchanges on the situation of each party and country, the relationship between the two parties and nations, and regional and international issues of common concern. Regarding the direction for future relationship between the two parties and countries, the two sides agreed to maintain regular high-level exchanges, establish a joint railway cooperation committee between the two governments, effectively organize events for the year of China-Vietnam humanistic exchange, and strengthen multilateral coordination, and properly manage and resolve disagreements, among others. On bilateral engagement at multilateral forums, the two top leaders expressed their hope that, the sides will step up judicial and law enforcement collaboration within the Lancang-Mekong cooperation framework. They agreed to direct relevant agencies and sectors to proactively seek effective solutions to outstanding differences, with a view to enhancing joint work in line with the new level of Vietnam-China relations, all on the basis of international law. Following their talks, the two leaders jointly witnessed the presentation of 45 cooperation documents across a wide range of sectors, signed between ministries, agencies, and localities of the two countries.
The 24th Vietnam-China Youth Friendship Meeting opened in Hanoi on April 14th, aiming to further solidify the traditional ties between the two countries. Addressing the opening ceremony, First Secretary of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union Central Committee, Bui Quang Huy, highlighted the deep-rooted friendship between Vietnam and China. Reflecting on the revolutionary history between the two nations, he expressed gratitude to past generations of leaders, particularly President Ho Chi Minh and Chairman Mao Zedong, who laid the foundation for the enduring Vietnam-China friendship. He expressed his hope that this meeting will help the Chinese youth gain a deeper understanding of Vietnam, its people and culture, an enduring peace-loving nation that has always stood in solidarity with the Chinese people in the pursuit of socialism. For his part, First Secretary of the Communist Youth League of China, Ah Dong, said that amid unprecedented changes in the world and an era of transformation, the youth from both countries should act as core forces in maintaining faith, strengthening unity, standing shoulder to shoulder, and boldly writing a new chapter through action. He called on the youth to become the inheritors and messengers of the traditional friendship, ensuring that the bonds continue and flourish among younger generations.
Agencies, units, and organizations must maintain uninterrupted, efficient, and effective operations throughout the restructuring process, ensuring no disruptions to duties, services, or local activities, Party General Secretary to Lum requested on April 14th. He made the request while chairing the third meeting of the Central Steering Committee for summarizing the implementation of Resolution 18 of the 12th Party Central Committee on the continued restructuring of the political system for greater efficiency. The party chief, who is also head of the Central Steering Committee, said that the revolution of streamlining the political system's organizational apparatus is being carried out urgently and decisively, earning high consensus within the party and broad public support. Emphasizing the broad scope of work ahead, with closely interrelated tasks, Lum highlighted the need for the entire political system to uphold a strong sense of responsibility and improve coordination in execution. He noted that priority will be given to finalizing guiding documents, amending the 2013 Constitution, and improving legal institutions and regulations to establish a robust legal framework for effective implementation. The party leader stressed that there is a heavy workload ahead, as the country is simultaneously undertaking major tasks, streamlining and reorganizing the political apparatus, restructuring administrative units, accelerating economic development, and preparing for the party congresses at all levels leading up to the 14th National Party Congress.
The global appreciation for specialty coffee is growing, creating a high-potential market segment with significantly higher value than conventional coffee. Seizing this opportunity, many businesses in Gia Lai are leading the way, investing in modern processing technology and applying strict production methods, from seed selection and cultivation to advanced post-harvest processing.
The global demand for specialty coffee is increasing every day. Seeing this opportunity, our company is proactively preparing human resources and researching specialty coffee production in the near future.
Once almost absent from the specialty coffee map, Gia Lai has now made a strong impression by successfully introducing fine Robusta to demanding markets such as Japan, the EU, and the US. Specialty coffee is considered a high-value product, often priced 1.5 to 2 times higher than conventional green beans. The essence of specialty coffee lies in the farms and the care of the farmers. Rather than focusing on yield, Gia Lai farmers are shifting towards sustainable practices, organic farming, selective harvesting and precise processing, to preserve the pure flavor of each coffee bean.
If we invest properly in Robusta coffee, follow production standards, and meet export requirements, such as plant protection and environmental criteria, our coffee can reach even more markets.
As farmers who truly believe in the value of coffee beans, we've changed how we care for our crops and improved product quality. This not only raises the value of our coffee, but also helps reduce poverty and allows local people to build a better life through coffee.
Zar Lai has established 34 production-consumption linkages, covering more than 43,000 hectares, involving 26 businesses and 8 cooperatives. With this foundation, the province aims to develop 2,340 hectares of specialty coffee by 2030, prioritizing organic farming models that reduce environmental impact, while ensuring high product quality. To realize this goal, the local government is implementing practical support measures, including zoning cultivation areas and connecting businesses with international markets.
By 2030, Zar Lai will not only develop 2,340 hectares of specialty coffee, but also ensure that 80% of the province's coffee area meets certified standards. Alongside developing specialty and certified coffee, we are also working to attract investment in deep processing facilities to raise the proportion of value-added products and enhance the overall value of Zar Lai coffee.
With a well-rounded strategy and the joint efforts of farmers, businesses, and government, Zar Lai's coffee industry is no longer just about volume. It is now ready to affirm its value and position on the global specialty coffee map.